Hi YouTube, we're here with a little bit of a weird thing today. This is the DX18 I always use to fly with. Before this I had a DX8, it was about the same size, and I always use a lanyard. It's snowing outside, and it's like 15 degrees, or 17, or 24 degrees, depending on who you ask. And so I've got this wonderful pair of shorts that I got at the, well, I got it at Hobbyking. Show them the part number real quick.
Okay.
So, this is kind of a lame unboxing. Not that all unboxings aren't a little lame already. But we're going to open this up, and we're going to see if it works with a lanyard, and we're going to see if it fits with the DX18. And then you guys can make a decision. It does look strangely like you're reaching up somebody's shorts. And then you're like, oh look, I can see through. So that's what it does, guys. If you had a coat on, which I don't, I have my long sleeve shirt on, you would still be able to get in here. This is soft right now because it's at room temperature. It's like 70 degrees Fahrenheit ish. Inside of these things is a soft fabric. Feel that and see what you think.
It's like fleecy.
Fleece. There's a Velcro strap here to make the holes bigger or smaller. That's kind of nice to know. So like if you had a heavy coat on, you could make room. The rationale behind this unboxing today is because we're about ready to go remade. Oh wow, look at that. This seam looked like it was about to rip off, but it's just stitched into the seam. So this is the hard Velcro and this is the soft Velcro. Meaning this one's the hook and this one's the loop. So if you open it all the way up, you've got tons of room. Now, there is a metal frame of sorts in here. So if you're thinking of wearing these as shorts, you know, like if you're an exception, what would that be? An exhibitionist? They probably work great for you. But you do have to have a small waist. So let's see. I'm just kidding. You can open this up like that. And I have to assume that that's how you would get your radio system in there. Now, can they see this metal frame? There's a metal frame in here, guys. And I'm just showing you.
Yeah.
It goes all the way around. It's rectangular. And I believe that that is supposed to allow this to be more or less self-supported. Okay, now, I was under the impression that somewhere in the crotch region there would be a hole so that you could pass your lanyard through. I do not see a place for a lanyard to pass through. So that being understood, one would have to actually probably stitch top and bottom and then poke a hole. And then you could put this through. So I have to assume that the way that this is supposed to be used is like this. Lanyard off, which is something I would be reluctant to do, because then how in the heck are you going to get your hands in there while you're flying? You see? Because you're going to be doing this out in the snow. You see? Like, what are you going? How are you going to do that?
Can your lanyard come up and through the little where it's?
There is this little thing,
slot?
but that's for the antenna.
Oh yeah, it is.
So, and then, like, guys, look at where all the switches are and everything. So I'm going to give this a good college try here and see if I can get it to work. Because if it does work, I'll try it, but I'm a little bit nervous to try it on a plane that I like really care about. So, but I've seen guys use them in the cold environments, like colder than here. 12 degrees, they're probably laughing like, oh, that's a heat wave. But here, it's not a heat wave. So I've got the Velcro tight now. And it's as though this design was expecting the antenna to come out a different spot. You kind of see that, guys? It's all puckered. You can definitely see in there. So now let's see if I can get to all the controls. I got the radio system on. Guys, ooh, I think I just flipped the switch. Yep, I flipped the gear switch. Throttle cut's on. You would have to know where your switches are. The other thing is, let's see if they can see over my shoulder. You see what's happening with the screen? this is obstructing a little bit. Now, if a guy were really motivated, if you had a way to pass through your lanyard, then you could take your hands out, manipulate the plane, this would be hanging, and you could do your thing. Of course, I don't know. This seems like a really good way to crash a plane, in my opinion, because even if it's cold, like, I can't see all the switches. I can feel the switches, and usually when I'm flying, I'm looking at the plane and not at this. So I just flipped another switch, guys. Yep, that's my stabilizer switch. That's my stabilizer switch here, guys. D, and then E is unused on this model. But if you were using that, you'd be vulnerable to hitting it. That frame is insufficient to mitigate the pressure away from it. Guys, I really wanted this thing to be awesome because it's chilly out there. Okay, now, it also, and the other thing is, now when you want to take this out, you can undo just the top flap, and you could get this out. Now, obviously, if you're not using a throttle cut, start using a throttle cut. But if you were to do that while you had a plane on and you didn't have a throttle cut, there's about a 90% chance you're going to hit your throttle and you're going to run across and run into a curb or something like that, or chop your hand up. Or so, I don't know. Got some issues. Obviously, you would turn your radio off first. But, I mean, maybe they're good for shorts still. I don't know if they're my size, though.
You might just have to wear gloves.
Yeah, I think we're going to go with gloves. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll get you a video, I promise. But it's going to be a UMX and not a critical flight with the CM Pro Ash 26 meter composite sailplane. Thanks for watching.